I'm going to go over the barbell hip thrust, but before we go to the barbell version, I'm just going to do it body weight just to show you guys how to do it. The difference between a hip thrust and a glute bridge, they sound the same, they work similarly. A hip thrust is with your back on the bench, a glute bridge is your back on the floor. So this is the hip thrust that we're going over. Chances are if I coach you, I'm going to have you have a band around the knee. This is a hip circle. They're like $20. Another version, if you don't want this one, you want a cheaper version, you can get these little half-size mini bands. I would prefer two. If you do this exercise, you put one above the kneecap and one below the kneecap, and you'll feel that burn a lot. But for today, I'm going to go use a hip circle because the bands hurt more. So we're going to use a hip circle. Put it around the knee. You're going to have it right above the kneecap. And then let's go hip thrust. You need a bench, right? Because hip thrust, your back is on the bench. So you're going to get into this position, rib cage tucked in, squeeze your butt. Now when you're up here, you want to make sure the kneecap, your knee is over your heels. Okay? So it's not down here having the knee over this. When you're at the lockout, the knee is over the heels. Okay, rib cage tucked in, squeeze your butt to come up. Leg position, somewhat like straight, shoulder width. So when you come up, rib cage down, exhale up, squeeze your butt to come up. 3, 2, 1, control it back down. The whole time I'm pushing that band down, okay? So at no point am I gonna drop that knee in. A lot of times people glute bridge up and then when they come down, they drop the knee inwards and it kind of like defeats the whole purpose of it. So the whole time, push the knees out, squeeze the butt. Rib cage tucked. Okay, now a lot of people do these wrong, they go like this. You see how much movement that is? In this position, you're not squeezing your butt anymore, that's all in your lower back. You see how the rib cage is flaring out? You want to keep the rib cage tucked. That, you'll feel it a lot more, I promise you. Another mistake is people having their legs way too far out. In this position, I'm just exaggerating it, but in this position, right, that's not your glutes anymore, you're going to feel it more in your hamstrings. Not to say it's wrong, but if we're doing this exercise to grow your butt, you should feel in your butt and not the hamstrings. That's too far out, okay? Another mistake, not common, but it happens, so I'm just gonna say this in the video, is to have their their legs too close in and they're going like this. That's putting a lot of pressure on your knees, you're not really feeling your butt anymore. So you wanna make sure when you're at the lockout, knee over the ankles. Like that. Okay, now with the barbell, this is a squat pad. Put it around the bar and then so it doesn't the bar doesn't scrape your fupa because it hurts. So right there, roll it, get your back on the bench, set. Then I'm just gonna get my back up first. Position, so leg shoulder width apart, toes relatively forward, anywhere from directly in front to 12 degrees out. Rib cage down, tuck the pelvis in, come in, or come down. As you come up, tuck the pelvis, squeeze your butt, exhale as you come up. 1, 2, 3, and push the band out. 1, 2, 3, control down. 2, 3, and down. Oh my God, my butt's on fire. It's only 3 reps.